Hi, welcome back to my channel, Homeschool AG Mama, and this is part 2 of the Samantha collection that I own. I am going to go over, I'm not doing her furniture, I do own all of her furniture pieces, but there's been a bazillion pictures and videos done about that, as well as videos about her collection that have already been done, and so I'm not going to really worry about the big pieces. If anybody wants to see the big pieces that she has, let me know and I can do a separate video on those, or I can put them on my Instagram page, which is also Homeschool AG Mama. So without further ado, as everyone loves to say, let's go ahead and get to it. Sam is going to join us today in all of her glory. So these are going to be like bits and pieces, obviously shoes that go with different dresses, accessories that go with different outfits, and some of the little like fun things that I think that need to be with her that I have kept with her collection in her trunk. So one dress that I did not show in part 1, and I will show that actually in another video of all my dolls dressed for Valentine's Day. I love Valentine's Day. It is my favorite holiday. I know some people hate that. I remember when I was younger, I hated Valentine's Day because I never had a Valentine. And then I realized in college, I was like, who cares? Who cares if you don't have a Valentine? It's super great. And it's pink. I love it. So these are those, her little fancy day dress boots that she has. And I stuck the little tights. The tights are actually not, I don't know if the camera can show it really well. They are like a blush pink. They are not, it's like a blush pinky cream almost. They're not white like the other tights that she has. So that makes them very distinctive. I'm actually going to put things over to the side here. This is, I have like, you know, not just PC outfits, not just limited edition outfits, but I also have, and I don't have everything in her collection. One day, it's one of my goals. We will see. I get kind of sidetracked and distracted by all of the little things that I find online. And so I go into the year usually with, I'm going to complete such and such. I'm going to get this hard to find piece. And then I end up getting a bunch of other little things that I also love. But the goal setting thing that a lot of people do for like their goals for this year, really bad about that. Consistency is more my thing. So these are her little slippers to her Be Forever nightgown. I love these, and I really, really wish American Girl would do more like stable slippers for the dolls. I'm not a big fan of the shoes with kitten heels. You have to like bend the dolls backwards almost to get them to stand in those because they want to like fall forward. But these these are awesome. I love these. I love that they do the elastic as opposed to that clear elastic that they had done for years. All of those completely fall apart. I don't have a pair of shoes that still has those on them. I actually had just recently bought a pair of shoes that had those on there, and I was like, oh yay, they have the clear elastic. The moment I put them on a doll, they just literally disintegrated. So, but I love the regular elastic. I almost, I could, but I'm afraid I would like disrupt the integrity of all of the shoes. But I like want to like take a seam ripper and then like hand stitch like actual elastic back into the shoes that had the clear elastic. Anyways, I'm rambling. So I did show her skates on the last video, but I wanted to just kind of show them up close here because I loved that Pleasant Company was so historically accurate. Like when you like look through books and pictures and videos in the early 1900s, like this is what they did. Can you imagine? So I'm like, I can ice skate. And, you know, like how stable you need your ankles to be to ice skate, like how imperative it is to really like lace tightly those skates around your ankle for stability. This has none. This is none. This is literally like, I'm super human and have amazing strong ankles. And of course I can skate on a little tiny blade on the Great Lakes or whatever little ice rink we have. That is so hard. The only person I've ever known who actually can do that, believe it or not, I know there's other people who can do that. But for me personally, the only person I've ever known to do that is my husband. And he was a professional hockey player. So, you know, there's that. So it's easy for him. And then we've got her meat shoes. I have so many. So like she's wearing her meat shoes, right? And I have another pair of meat shoes. These were the same shoes for Samantha, Molly. So you find these, you can put them on either doll because they're the exact same for PC. I have another Samantha, and I will show her on my Valentine's Day video because she's dressed in a cute little outfit of obviously hers. But I keep these because, you know, what if I want to dress them both and I, you know, need those shoes? I have a hard time getting rid of duplicates. I keep trying. And some people, some dolls I can get rid of, some items I can get rid of, and others I'm like, ooh, maybe I need to keep that. This is a little pair of her little leather. They're vinyl, obviously, but little leather Mary Jane's with the cute little pink bow. I love these. These do have a little tiny bit of a kitten heel, but they're not like as bad for some reason as some other shoes. Like these that I have to re-glue the heel on. I'll show you a difference. Like, look at the heel on this versus this. Now, I know little girls love heels. I get it. I have two. But for the dolls, it's so hard. So hard to get them to stand on these. I really do need to glue these. Okay, this is her summer stuff. This is also part of what I had received on the marketplace, $100 lot of her. I was like, I didn't even know this stuff existed. So this is her net. And I mean, it's like a cute exact replica of a butterfly net. I mean, seriously, you get these in the dollar section. They look exactly like this, only now they have like colored nets at Target, you know, but in kid size. I buy one every year actually, because my kids, even the 16-year-old, he'll catch hummingbirds that are caught in our garage and save them. These are magnets, you guys. I don't know if you guys have seen these up close, but they are magnetic. And so they stick, well, no, they kind of stick to the metal part of this one has a sticker on it. I probably should just remove the sticker, but I don't want to. But they stick on her things, like in her net. They stick, you know, to each other. It's fantastic. See? They stick to each other. So, and they're all different. Like we've got Monarch. Isn't this a swallowtail, I believe? This one was broken when I got it. And so I used, I used that E3000, E6000. That's the best glue ever that I have found. I've tried tacky glue. I've tried wood glue. I've tried every kind of Gorilla Glue, like you name it, super glue. The E6000 glue I've literally used to repair everything. I can, like, it's the best glue for me to work with wigs and everything else. But I glued, you can see, I glued the back where it was broken. It came to me broken. And then you can't see it as much on the front. Like you can still see that it looks cracked, but there's no glue on the front. But the glue worked so well that, I mean, I've played gently with these, you know, to display and stuff like that. And it hasn't broken again. So super happy with that. And then this third one, this is also a swallowtail, I believe, but different kind. Somebody tell me in the comments if you know your butterflies. This is a black swallowtail. This is something else, right? I think they're both swallowtails. I really need to pay attention in my garden, but this one is also cracked. Again, these are so hard to find anyway, so I'm just happy, but like you can see on the back, it's funny, you can't see on the front, right? But on the back, I will actually put some glue on this one too at some point. I don't know if you can even see it. Okay, there it is. Little crack right there. But they are, I mean, like the thinnest, you guys, look at that. I mean, can you imagine being a little kid and getting these? Seriously. Getting this as a set to play with and having them not get destroyed. Because even for me, I was always a gentle girl. And I didn't get this until I was an adult. I still have the toys that I had as a kid and everything. those would have snapped because I would have had my doll outside, like having a tea party under a big oak tree or something, or along the rock wall on my parents' property when I was a kid in upstate New York. And the butterflies would have gotten destroyed. So it's amazing. Like, if you can find them, I mean, I've never even actually searched to find out what they cost right now on eBay or something. I haven't even looked on like the Vintage Corner, the Facebook group that I'm a part of. I'm just so curious as to what they would even cost these days. If you guys know, if you've ever looked them up, or if you do look them up just for curiosity's sake, because I nerd out about stuff like that, tell me in the comments what they're going for, because I have never seen them. Like, I find this, I find the net all the time, like frequently for sale on eBay, Facebook groups, whatever. I actually have some. Like, I just had found this in another lot that I had purchased. And, you know, the leather, this is actually real leather. But some of the other ones have like vinyl, or like it's cracked and peeling. And, you know, this still goes for a pretty penny because it's an actual basket. This is very difficult to find. This actually, I had to buy a replacement for. And I mean, I know this is hilarious, but like, it's a real magnifying glass. Now it would be a piece of plastic. Like, guys, this is awesome. But the one that came with her was broken off and the top was missing. And for the longest time, all I was like, what does this thing go to? Like, what is this? It took me forever to search, and find out what the stem of this was. I think I actually still have the stem. I do not think I got rid of it. It might actually even be in one of these drawers. We will find out. So I had to buy a replacement, but I'm so glad I found the replacement. I don't remember what I even bought on this, but this basket she wears. And I mean, like, literally, it's adjustable. It is so cute, you guys. The flowers are precious. I actually have a listing of another set of these precious little flowers that came in another lot that I had gotten recently, and I have it for sale. But again, there I am. I'm thinking, maybe I should keep it, because look at how cute it would look if in her basket, like, she got more of them. This is my problem. So anyways, I'm rambling. I'll do that a lot. So sorry. Okay. This is precious. I know that these books are so hard to find. If you can find them, I feel like they're worth their weight in gold, because they are like little miniature replicas that, you know, you can actually read. They're shortened versions. They don't have the whole book. Like, the Wizard of Oz book goes through the chapter of the road through the forest, and then it just kind of abruptly ends. So it ends with, the scarecrow, who was never tired, stood up in another corner and waited patiently until morning came. So if anybody knows how far into the Wizard of Oz this book is actually got printed in it, let me know. That'd be a little fun fact. I love fun facts. So we'll put that there. This also came with her stuff. I actually have another set of this. So when my son was young, we got this whole set in a lot, and he used it for his little doll that he named after himself, little boy doll that had first come out, that blonde, strawberry blonde one. But this is her full, and like, you can see, it's like real wood. Zoom in, zoom, focus, there. And it has like a little crack in it, but it is amazing. It's real leather, it's real wood, and she'd just carry her books. How precious. Why can't kids just have books anymore like this, you know? Oh, the good old days. Very nostalgic. So she has her little report book, which is so cute. And it has like her grades. It says Miss Crampton's Academy. And it has like, actually tells you how she does. How great is she? She's a smart kid. Of course she is. I mean, she rescued her friend from an orphanage and her sisters. I mean, who doesn't do that? The Baldwin Primer. I have a really good friend of mine who is not on, she's on Facebook and part of the groups. She's one of the admins and stuff. She's amazing. Good friend of mine. She's precious. She is on the hunt to find all kinds of fun things, you know, like real life stuff like this. But again, look at her cute. I mean, why can't kids... I think I have a whole soapbox about how I feel like we, again, I homeschool, how we, I have nothing against public school kids or private school kids at all. I was actually grew up and did all three, depending on what stage of life we were in as a family, where we were living, what the curriculum was being taught, you know, all that. I am all for it. Whatever stage you are in for your family, you as their mother, their father, their guardian, whatever, you know best. You know, all I ever do is encourage people, you know, pray for guidance and wisdom, and God promises to give it to you. So, but we homeschool, and okay, I have to say, with the age of this still smells. This still smells, you guys. It smells like lavender and pine. It's wonderful. This is that little tiny pillow that's part of her stories. That is part of her like little lake house. So cute. And then I have her little sketchbook. This was actually her mother's, I believe, right? She found this. Yeah. I won't give away her books too much, but all of these pictures, and this has never been like opened, so I'm just going to kind of like, all these pictures in her story are pictures about her. The story is that these are pictures her mother drew of her when she was little. Oh, it's so precious. Like that's her mom and dad. Or I mean, that's her and her dad. Her stories are really good. Better than the movie. Most books are. This is her lunchbox. Now, oh dear. I feel like it's like glued shut. It's not. Obviously it's real like brass tin, so it has patinaed, but some people like use like that copper brass cleaner. Oh, I can't remember what it's called, and really shine it up. I kind of like it old, but she's got a little gingerbread cookie, a little peach. This is my 13-year-old's favorite food ever. She will down like 6 eggs. Not 6 halves, 6 eggs of these. I need to make them more often. The things we used to make when we were younger. Little sandwich. Doesn't look like it has much in it. That's the only thing that I like. But again, PC. And then this precious little, mine still has the, so you can see how bright the tin was before it patinaed. But this is fun. So the tag on the back, it's obviously Pleasant Company, but this, it had an extra tag. I think my Pleasant Company sticker must have fallen off somewhere. I'm gonna have to look for it, but it says made in Hong Kong, exclusively for Department 56. So Pleasant must, you know, she did all kinds of research. She must have found this and then used these for Samantha's tin because they were, let's see if I can zoom in on that. You see that? There it is. How cool is that? I love it. This is her precious, people have seen that there's different versions of this apparently. But this is the version I have. I can do some embroidery. I just love this. I love that things were embroidered. You can see how stained this is. I've never tried to like clean it up. There you go. If it doesn't have the shadow behind it, you can really see the staining. But I think that's just because I've had it literally in here. And it's just kind of, yeah, I mean, because some of those stains are green from the, from the tin. That's totally okay. It's fine with me. She's from the Victorian period after all, girl's old. So I really like it when things are just a little bit old. Okay, there's that. This video is getting long. I'm going to try to speed it up a little bit. Okay, this is her art set. I ordered this from one of the Facebook groups because I did not have this yet. And again, I want to get her Be Forever version, like her easel. But again, I haven't really, but this is like the first edition one, and the paints are real, you guys. Not like the plastic looking. These are real. Like, I'm not going to open them, but this is real. Like, literally, look at this. Paint lead-free, non-poisonous. That's what it says. This is real paint. These have not been opened. There's white, green, blue, yellow, red, and orange. And the orange one is missing its lid, but it is not open, which is, oh, it's totally dried out. That's great. I don't know if you guys can hear that. It's great, but it is not open. So obviously, you know, Pleasant thought, I'm going to make these so that these little kids can use them. I mean, how great is that? Loved that. I mean, it just encouraged such imaginative play for hours. That's how I played. I keep these. I don't know, you know, I don't really know if these help, but as a little tidbit of help, I keep these to absorb like moisture. That's just, I think they work. I mean, they got to come with stuff for a reason. So I've reused these. I have a whole bunch of them. I put them in almost everything that I'm storing. So let's go through that. Okay, so I've got her cranberry dress. I do not have the first version, but everyone's kind of seen that already. But I don't have one with hearts on it, but I have this one. That's her Christmas dress. Here's the nightgown that goes with those cute little slippers. I got this right at the beginning of when I started collecting. I got on the American Girl website and I was like, oh, look, they have a sale section. And I ordered this and it was on sale. The prices have gone up. I have a lot of these. Actually, I love these. I love them because instead of finding things online and scouring, you can get these little pictures and you can say, okay, what am I looking for? Let's say you get Nellie's holiday outfit and you're like, oh crap, I don't know what that bow looks like. It didn't come with the bow. There's one that shows the bow, which is, again, these are things that just make my life more full and complete. So, you know, they're helpful for me. All right, so this is her mirror that comes with her wardrobe. It literally came in the box with the wardrobe. So here it is in all of its perfected glory. It's a real mirror. I love it. I just keep it in here. You know, maybe I will start like, you know, putting her more on display. That is really what I'd like to do, is like curate like museum like displays. This is our guest room, and I do have all my, like almost all my dolls in the guest room, and then the kids have a playroom, and that's like a doll room, and I'll do tours of all of that coming up. But again, these flyers, these little pamphlets, I love these. I love these. I know that people, I mean, they resell them. They resell them for a couple dollars a piece because, again, they show you everything. They show you everything. So you can figure out, you know, what you're missing. This is super fun. I've got, you know, her tights, her ribbon, and her little slippers. They are very hard to find because they are actually crocheted. This is actually an alligator stitch. I don't know if anybody crochets, but I do. But this is just absolutely precious. Her little crocheted slippers. They're hard to find. She's got her little locket. I know they make them now that don't open, which is a sad thing. Mine does not have a picture of her parents. I wish it did, but mine is empty. And then I have her Valentine's. This is just precious, and they've never been put together, and I won't because I don't want to do that. But they come with ribbon and stickers. So this came as like a little craft kit that little girls could make, you know, reproductions of Victorian Valentines. I mean, absolutely beautiful. I love this stuff. Love it, love it, love it. These are little cherub stickers. Again, it's just, I just love this. Little miniature tiny paper doilies. So cute. And little hearts, different sizes, hearts. And then the little pink ribbon. I just keep it in here, guys. Maybe I'll have to take some pictures and like do a display where it makes it look like she's putting them together. Put them on her little table. I do have, again, all of her furniture. Her set came, this was just my favorite part. Also her school supplies, her writing things, utensils and stuff. Here it is, another extra, me and my extras. Can't seem to get rid of. Okay, this, oh yeah, and her little penny. I don't know if you guys have seen her penny, her little Indian head. I don't know. It is an Indian, where is it? There it is, kind of. But it is an actual, this one doesn't even say reproduction. This is, oh yeah, it does. It says copy right on the little bottom there on the other side. But this came with her things. This was my favorite part. This all came with her receipts of the original owner. And again, I kept this stuff. What they ordered, you know, how much she cost. I mean, they ordered her and she cost, you know, $110.95, y'all. That's great. That is just really nice. It comes with her little thank you for your order. Little thing about how to wear her little midi dress. Here's another receipt. This one was for her bed. So cute. A poster order form. This is one thing I would love to find is the posters. I don't know why I'm keeping this, but you know, all the little her original tags, share little mail in. You put your little friend's name, send her. And then this is a letter that Pleasant used to send out, a message to parents. It is just a beautiful little sentiment that she would send. I'll just read a little part of it here if you guys are interested. It says, Pleasant Company's commitment to children and their parents is to create products that educate and entertain, that enable children to learn while they play and play while they learn. I love that. That is such a Charlotte Mason approach. I don't know if you know who Charlotte Mason is, but she's fantastic. Okay. We've got her regular nightgown. You can fit a lot of stuff in these drawers. I'm not going to lie. We've got her little special socks. And then I have some of the porcelain items that I keep. Her little bedside. Again, this is a little lace napkin to her lemonade set. I have those. This is her. I don't know why I have all these. I have two more little napkins. These are her napkins to something else. Can't remember. Lots of tights, guys. Girly Pop likes tights. Lots more netted things. I've got her little fan. I've got a couple of these actually. It's her birthday set. Yeah, I mean, she's so pretty. I loved pink. My bedroom when I was a little girl was actually all through, from childhood through high school, I had lace curtains and a wicker chair in the corner, and I had an antique early 1900s bed. It was wooden, it was not brass, but we had purchased a home, my parents, that was a 200-year-old pre-colonial home. And it was filled with all the furniture and everything. It had everything in it. And so my dresser I still have with its ornate mirror on it. Everything was like Victorian era through like the 20s. Old antique baseball gloves, the whole 9 yards. This is the bowl that goes with her. And then a plate that goes with her lemonade. I just love that these trunks were big enough that you could literally, really, you could just store so much in here. And it was just such a useful, it's such a useful item. And I know like they have a trunk now. It's not, it's like plastic. You know, part of me thinks, part of me wants to own it. The other part of me is like, why bother? I'd rather just find these. Okay, more tights, guys, more tights. Okay, these are her like little like feet leg warmer things that go over her shoes, that go with her winter coat. Her little meat ribbon that's tied. Her muff that goes with keep her hands warm. Another meat dress. And then I have, this is her Be Forever version. I got this. It looked cute. I have it just because it's Sam's, but honestly, it's plastic. American Girl really just, they could have really won on that. And they chose not to. Whatever. I have her music box. It actually works. I will not wind it because that will make noise and drive us all insane. But I have a number of versions of her doll. And unless her doll is one thing that because I had 2 or 3 versions, I think I maybe sold one. But there's her porcelain. It's a miniature little porcelain doll. And honestly, it would fit in a little dollhouse, which is just great. She's got her lace headband here. I can't remember what that goes to. And I have her nutcracker. This is how her nutcracker came. He had a little tie and she was holding him, little Clara. And then her MIDI hat, which, you know, everybody's seen. And then that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I know this was a long one. So I hope you got yourself something to drink and just kind of relax while you watch this. Thank you so much. Like and subscribe. Share away. I am going to post another video here soon. And follow me on Instagram, Homeschool AG Mama. And that's it. Hope you enjoyed this video and my collection of Samantha sans her furniture because I don't feel like pulling that out. And I hope to see you guys again on the next video.